June and July are notoriously slow months on Etsy, but what if in just 31 days you could prepare for the summer and instead of having slow sales, you could put in the work, do the research, buckle down, and have a hot shop summer. Today I'm super excited to announce my Hot Shop Summer 31-day challenge to help you see a big boost in your sales for this summer and leading into Q4 of this year. Starting today, you'll see a new video in my Shorts playlist on my YouTube channel with a niche of the day for you to design for. And every day of this entire month of May, you'll see a new video with a new niche that you're going to be making designs for, and all of these niches will be in demand right now or are going to be in really high demand later this summer. For each niche that I share this month, I want you to create 5 unique, amazing, value-added designs and actually post them in your store. That way at the end of this month, you'll have 155 listings in your store with great designs in in-demand niches that'll help you make money in the next few months. And in this video, I'll also be showing you the ways that I am researching to find these niches. That way, if you're watching this tutorial in the future, you can run a challenge like this all on your own, or you can keep this research going after this month of May and just do it on your own. So make sure to stay tuned because I'm spilling all the tea of my favorite way to find in-demand niches. First, let's go over what we won't be doing this month. Number 1, we won't be overthinking. We're going to just take action and make listings. There are always a million what ifs, but if you're afraid to take action because you might fail and you end up doing nothing, then you'll fail anyways. I heard a story once that really resonated with me, and it goes something like this. There was a professor at a college teaching a pottery class. He had 2 classes. One class, he told they'd be graded on making the perfect pot, just one. That's all they had to do for the whole semester was create one perfect piece of pottery. The second class, he told them they'd be graded on how many pieces of pottery that they created. And at the end of the class that just was graded on creating as many pieces as possible, created far better products than the person who was trying to just create one perfect item. I think that really relates to us doing print on demand. If you really try and overthink it and create just one perfect listing, if you would have instead just gotten out there, taken action, and made a lot of listings, made mistakes, found out what worked, then you would have learned so much better how to actually make good listings, because you can't expect yourself to know how to do things perfectly before you've even tried. We all need practice and we need to learn. And number 2, we won't be procrastinating on the things in our business that don't actually make us money. Researching for hours and not actually making any listings or designs from the research you're doing is a waste of time. Looking at your analytics for the 12th time today, wondering how many views that you got in the last hour isn't making you money. Going back and editing your old listings for the 4th time in the hopes that this time you'll edit just the right thing to get them to sell isn't going to make you money. For this 30 days, we're going to focus on finding in-demand niches, making great designs for them that add value, and listing them for sale in our shop, because that's what makes you money. That's what moves the needle. Number 3, we won't be focusing on the outcome, we'll be focusing on the input. So instead of focusing on how many sales you want to make this month, I want you to focus on how to add the most value to your listings. So if someone scrolls past your listing for their favorite hobby, their profession, or a holiday that's coming up, I want them to say, oh my gosh, I love that, I need that. And if you can bring that energy to your listings, then the sales will come. People can feel your intention. Don't just make something that's half-assed and not that good. You need to really create something that someone would actually love and want to buy. And number 4, we won't be running Etsy ads. Now, I think Etsy ads are a great tool to boost your sales once you know what you're doing. But if you run ads on crappy listings, it's not going to help you. So this month, let's focus on creating amazing listings that'll sell organically in the search results, because that's the skill that you really need to learn. How to make great listings that without running a single ad will make you money in your store. And once you get listings that are working, then you can run ads because you know that you're doing the things right, you know what people want, you've done your research, it's an in-demand niche, and that if just more people could see it, that you'd get more sales. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's dive into day 1 of this 31-day challenge together so I can show you what this is going to look like and what I want you to do every day for this entire month. Day one is the nurse niche. Now this may sound like a generic niche, but trust me, the nurse niche is a beautiful onion of a niche to design for, since there's so many different ways to make designs that will sell within this niche. So let's hop over to eRank to show you how I will do this research this month, so you can do this research for yourself even well after this challenge is over. Now this isn't sponsored, I don't have an affiliate with eRank, just go to erank.com if you want to sign up for them as well. So coming over to eRank, if you type in, say, the word nurse, and you can do this with any keyword that you want. I tried typing in lots of different things. And the reason why I chose nurses is because last year in the month of May, they saw a huge increase in searches. I think this is because there's a lot of nurse appreciation days within the spring, and there's also a lot of graduation. So people graduating college and going on into the nurse profession, or graduating high school and starting their career into trying to become a nurse and a future nurse. They also saw a big spike last year in August. So I think this one could be a great one to get into this summer. Now, so far this year in 2024, we haven't seen quite the exact same numbers, but it is still trending up. So I think this is a great niche to design for starting us off in May. My favorite way to use eRank though is once you've searched one keyword, you can scroll down here to the keyword ideas area. And what I like to do is sort the average searches by the most searches. And then the easiest way to find high search volume but low competition niches is to scroll through here until you see a green bar on this fourth column. We've got nurse jackets, so think maybe the new jean jackets that Printify offered could be a good option. And then coming down here, nurse ornament. These could be great items to make in a couple of months for Christmas. And then here's a perfect example. Oncology nurse has a decent amount of searches every month, but not nearly as much competition. So that's one way that I like to find other niches to design for, or more specific niches within one niche. And then here you can go down the rabbit hole. So let's say then you click oncology nurse and pick the next niche. Once that loads, we'll take a look at what other keywords we might find. And we'll go from keyword to keyword to keyword until we found some niches that we never would have even thought to look for. So again, we'll come here, we'll sort by the most average searches. We'll come looking for these green bars, and this one has oncology nurse shirt. That's interesting. So again, you could click that and keep going down the rabbit hole until you find some great niches to design for on your own. The real key with finding success with this challenge is going to be niching down and cross-niching for all of these categories. Now you can make just a shirt that says nurse. That is a great way to get sales sometimes, but that may be a little bit more oversaturated. So some ways that you can cross-niche means you combine the nurse niche with something else. So looking at this example, this P&G store combined the floral and cherry niche that's really popular for summer. This store combined the nurse niche with 4th of July. So you can combine the niches with different holidays that are coming up. That's one good idea. This store combined nurse niche with flowers as well, but I thought this could be a really good example of combining with the birth flower niche. If you are not seeing that on Etsy, then I don't know where you've been. Birth flowers are all the rage this year. So what if you did custom birth flower nurse items? That might be a good idea and way to cross niche. Or this one hoppy nurse that someone made for Easter. So this is the idea. You want to mix nurses with something else. Now, the other way to design for this challenge is to niche down, which means get more specific with the niche. So one example is just like we showed on eRank, you could make an oncology nurse shirt. There's lots of different types of nurses, so this is just one example. And another example is this night shift nurse crew. So there's lots of different ways. Just make sure that during this challenge, you are focusing on cross-niching and niching down. Coming over to Etsy, I'm going to type in the word nurse. If I use my Everbee Chrome extension, which is another tool that you can get for your Etsy business that's optional, I do have a coupon code for you down in the description if you want to check out Everbee for yourself. But my favorite thing about Everbee is you can filter the search results. So if I come to filters and I look at nurse listings that are a maximum of say 4 months old and type that in, then I can sort the search results by which listings have the most sales. You can see this listing is 4 months old and has 323 sales. This one's 2 months old, has 166. 2 months old with 150 sales, and so on. There's even listings that are only 1 month old that have 36 sales. So if you're looking to get sales in your store right now, that's why I'm showing you this niche. So the last way that I like to research on Etsy is to go to the search results and say I'll type in gift for nurse. And instead of just looking through the search results normally, I'm actually going to come up here to the right and say sort by and go by most recent. So this is going to show me what was either most recently posted for sale or what most recently sold. So if you go through these search results and click through some of the listings, I found this one for a really specific type of nurse that I didn't even know existed until a few minutes ago, that is in demand, that 3 people bought in the last 24 hours. And I bet you it's because not that many people have made designs for this type of nurse. Or I found this listing that is in 20+ carts right now for a personalized nurse item. So this could be another really good idea. So when you're researching a niche on how to cross niche, how to niche down, and what's a really good time to get into it, this could be a great way for you to do that. I'm so excited to start this challenge with you all and hear your wins. So please comment challenge accepted down in the comments if you're going to join us on this 31-day journey. And feel free to come back throughout the month to share your wins in the comments below so we can all root for each other. And go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video if you want to see more tutorials this month to help you succeed with this challenge. And as always, thank you so much for staying all the way until the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one.